Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Arriagada coming to you live from SONIX Bar and Grill here at 423 McMillan Avenue. We're here today for the 3rd annual Wally Mclean Memorial Tournament. It is a 3-day event running from November 17th to the 19th. We're on day 2 right now, and this is the action we've been waiting for. It's the A-side semi-final. It's a showdown between anybody and shots fired. Racks number 1 and 2 are just getting going. We have both teams having one player each at the table, I believe. Oh no, wait, Gary McKenzie is on anybody, and so is Nick Anderson. So, now we have one of each. Nick Anderson on table number 1, and then we have Darren DeMerco from Shots Fired on table number 2. Thank you. All right, so Nick Anderson won the first game for Team Anybody. Off to a good start in the semifinal. That's the way you want to get started, with a win. Darren from Shots Fired is on table 2. He's got a chance to be able to tie things up, but a lot of work at the table still. A bit of a puzzle, too. All right, and we'll do a quick lineup here. I'm just trying to share the stream. Those of you that are watching the stream right now, if you guys can share the stream, I would appreciate it. Share it to your personal page, share it to pool pages. This is going to be a great matchup, I'm telling you right now. Both teams undefeated so far. Winner of this is going to be guaranteed no worse than 3rd place. Actually, no. Well, yeah, the winner of this is guaranteed no worse than 3rd place. And we got to get the payouts for you guys, which I'll do shortly. All right, so we'll start off with the team on the left. We have Team Anybody. We have Cornell McLean Sr., Chief Cornell McLean Sr. We have Cornell McLean Jr. on the team, Sean Monkman, Gary McKenzie, and Nick Anderson. Slightly stacked team. They have 2 Masters, 1 Premier, 1 Vegas, and 1 Cash 3. And that brings them up to 15, 13. Yeah, that's exactly it. They're at 20 points. And on the other team, Shots Fired, we have Rafael Nieto, Darren DeMerco, Jessica Archer, who we got to see this team play yesterday. I think it was the first match they played on the TV table. Michael Wong, who's currently on table number 1, and Dave Strachan, who's sitting at the other end. I guess he's going to be coming up soon. I was really impressed with the way that Michael Wong played yesterday. He was pretty calm, cool, collective at the table. He's a cash rank player, so he's a novice level player, basically. But he plays really well. He plays like he's a middle of the pack player. All right, so let's go through their points. They had a Super Vegas player, 2 Super Vegas players, 1 Premier, and 2 Cash 1s. So 5 points for each of the 4 points for each of the Super Vegas is 8 points. 1 point each for their Cash 1s, that's 10. And then they have a Premier with Dave Strachan, which gives them another 5 points, making it 15 for them. That's going to give Shots fired, a 4-game handicap in this match, which I'm going to include now. Now, make sure that I go through all of this detail first before I put the points up, just so you guys know that, you know, it's a fresh match and that these 4 points didn't come out of nowhere. They're actually, you know, they belong there. It's a 4-game spot for them. Great shot by Darren DeMerico from shots fired. Gets the win for his team, 5-1. Michael Wong trying to work out the table on table 1. Jessica Archer from shots fired is coming up to break on table 2. So I was talking about the points, and I guess I should relate that to you guys so you guys understand a little bit better. 25-game format. And by the way, this is the 3rd annual Wally Mclean Memorial 8-ball tournament rules. 25-game format, race to 13. So the first team to get 13 wins the match. 5-player teams, max 2 masters per team. And the handicap system works as follows. 20 points per team is the max that you can have. And a premier player, a Vegas intermediate, or a master level player worth 5 points. Super Vegas worth 4 points. And that's like a 650 and under. Vegas and Cash Plus worth 3 points, like a 550 and under. Cash 3 and Cash 2 worth 2 points, like a 400 and under. And then Cash 1 or Novice worth 1 point. And those will be like your novice, rookie, just trying to figure it out kind of players. But I'm telling you right now, nothing like that in this team format. A few of these Cash 1 or Fun League players or novice players that you would call novice player, they've been pretty close to running tables, man. So there's some of these people that are pretty impressive for newer level players. And this is an A-side semifinal, as I mentioned. So this is 2 undefeated teams. Both teams stacked with players that can run out. I mean, this is going to be a really, really, really good matchup. I promise you that. I know there's a lot of competition out there right now with streams because everybody's streaming today. Lots of different events. But I promise you, you won't regret watching this one. But wait, those guys probably say the same thing. You'll definitely not be disappointed with this one. I mean it. They might mean it too, man, but I really, really mean it. Sean Monkman on table number 1 from Team Anybody, working his magic on that table. Cornell McLean Jr. on table number 2 from Team Anybody, working his magic on table number 2. A little bit of complications, but he's a really good player, so he'll solve the puzzle here. Sean doing some damage on table number 1. 2-5 for Team Anybody. They're down by 3. Shots fired in the lead by 3. They started off with a 4-point handicap though, so technically they're losing some of their handicap right now. Shout out to Active Pool League for their generous donation to the Wally Mclean Memorial Tournament, and also for them setting up these tables like they did. If you want to check them out, you can find them on their website, activecoins.com, or you can find them on Facebook under Active Pool League. They also run the biggest dart league in Manitoba. So if you're a dart player, what would you call a dart player? Would you call him a dart player or a darter? I'm a pool player, so I guess, yeah, I would be a dart player. If you're one of those people, you have a spot to play in now, call Active Pool League. Get signed up for their darts league, and you might have a chance to win a trip to Vegas. Good attempt on table 2 from Jessica Archer. She'll come up just short. Wally Mclean Jr. coming to the table. Missed shot from the last time, and a change table now is going to create a bit of a challenge for him, but he should still be okay for the finish. The 1 ball will give him the shape for the 8 ball or the breakout on the 8 ball. So it's all about just making the 5 ball here, which you can see. Try to bump out the 8 ball just a little bit more. Good decision. Now he doesn't have to worry too much about the 8 ball. Reese Lewis, how you doing, man? Says, hey, Rod, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good, Reese. How are you, man? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Warren Mann, the man with the master plan, says, I'm in Brunswick, Georgia, enjoying this. Thanks for tuning in, Warren Mann. And then he says, I've said it many times and will once again, you have the best commentary to me. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, you know. And I appreciate you tuning in and watching the streams like you do. I try to be consistent with my work, and sometimes I feel like I'm not doing it right, but you guys are still watching, so I guess I'm doing okay. So Wally Mclean Jr. is going to win that match or that game for his team. They're now down by 2. That's 2 handicap games now gone. Slowly catching up in the match. 2 more, and there'll be a straight match at that point. Dave Strachan from Shots Fired on table number 1. Playing against Nick Anderson. And on table number 2, we're going to have a little showdown between Gary McKenzie and Rafael Nieto from Shots Fired. Hi, Stephen Roberts. Welcome back, man. Eric Donahoe, John Hool, Gary Spence. Welcome, guys. Ron Hoger. Brock Prashad, welcome back. How was your birthday party, Brock? Did you have a good time? Franco Del Pozo, welcome to the stream. Now, whatever he just did on table 1, he called that shot, and it was a ridiculous shot. I was going to scream, but I had no idea what happened there. But all I know is that he made the shot that he intended to make, and his teammate was clapping because it was a really nice shot. So I saved it. We're going to take a look. But first, we got to wait to see what happens here next. Because he just made a great shot, but he doesn't have an out, so now he's going to come up with another great shot. Shot to the corner is good on table 2. Rafael Nieto from shots fired at that table. Dave Strachan, his teammate, from shots fired on table number 1. He'll come up short and turn the table over to Nick Anderson. Let's take a look. It was a combination kick combo. Wow. Great shot, Dave. I've seen a few good shots so far. Dwight Wandeska, Sylvie Winslow Gaznier, welcome to the stream. Mr. Andrew Baines, welcome back. Surprised that didn't drop, man. Missed the shot on table 2. Garrett McKenzie with a turn on table 2 for Team Anybody. His teammate Nick Anderson trying to work the table on table 1 right now. If they can find a way to win both of these games right now, that would tie up the match at 5. And then the real battle begins at that point. I mean, this is the real battle, technically. But once you wipe out the handicap, then it's submission from that point on just to finish the match. And they're 2 racks away from tying it up right now. You're too late. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to have some copyright issues on this one. But I want to have the background on, so I'm just going to keep the background going the way it is. And if anything, you guys are going to have to just put up with me talking more because the music is going to eventually get this stream kicked. Or maybe, you know what, maybe I'll just go through the process of just eliminating that right now. And then I don't have to worry about it so much. Now you guys have to worry about me singing. Good shot from Nick Anderson on table 1. He's doing his part to deliver the win as expected. He'll make the 8 ball 4-5 for Team Anybody. They're down by 1. But you're too late. You get love. A bad name. All right, so 5-4. And Rafael Nieto looking to play a 3-ball combination here. Oh, he's not going to get it. It looked like it was going to be wired because of where that 9-ball was, but that 9-ball actually ended up being the deflector in the shot and prevents the combo from happening. Now that stripe's gone over top of this other solid, so now he's got a real situation at the table. And he's one of their top players in shots fired, so you know he's feeling a little bit of pressure here on having to win. So Gary McKenzie to work, makes the first ball to the corner, looking to make the 14 in the same pocket. Can come over to the right side of the table, and he's just going to run into that stripe, so that's not going to help him. I mean, he's got the option to the side and maybe the back cut to the corner and the 11 ball if you wanted to do that. I don't know what the right shot would be here because once you leave that 11 ball there, you may not have an easy shot on it in the future. And if you make this shot and you end up trying to make something with the 11 ball, it'll be tougher to get shape for the 9 ball for the finish. He's almost making me eat my words, though. He's only 2 balls away from getting to that finish, I guess. 1 ball away from getting onto the 9 ball, which is a bit tight, but it does actually go. Smashing break on table number 1 from Sean Monkman. And he's going to scratch. Ball in hand for Darren from Team Shots Fired on table number 1. Here, McKenzie made his shot on table number 2, and he's looking at the 9 ball now. Needs to figure out the shape for the 8 ball, and that's where he's at. He's just trying to figure that out. Looks like he's settling for the longer shot on the 8 ball. Ball in hand for Darren, and, well, I don't know. The solids look pretty good. The stripes look pretty good, too, but solids look like they're easier to finish. And he's thinking the same thing, so he's going to go with the solids. Too much power on that one, unless he gets on the 2 ball perfectly, which he is. Wow. That could have been an issue, man. But he ended up landing sweet on the shot. And Gary McKenzie will finish his table, tying up the match at 5. It is a showdown here at SONIX. Shot to the corner is good by Darren. Just needs to make the 7 and the 8 ball. He ended up a little weird on the 7 ball, but he should be able to compensate and make the shot and still get position for the 8. And if you don't feel good about it, then you just kind of push through on the 8 ball a little bit, but should be okay to make it and have the shape. How you doing, Kelly Hool? Uh-oh. Oh, man. A great finish, an easy run-out, did all the work, and then he ends up scratching in the side pocket. The one factor he didn't take into account was where the white ball was going to go. It's going to scratch in the side pocket. Team Anybody with a lucky break there. They should have been down by 1, but instead they're up by 1, and the momentum keeps going their way. They started off with a 4-game spot, so they were down 4-0, and they cut up that handicap. And another scratch on table 2 now, this time from Wally Mclean Jr. Great spread on the table, but scratching off the break is going to mean that his opponent, Michael, is going to get a chance to be able to work this table out. And we got Chief Cornell McLean Sr. on table number 1 playing against Jessica Archer. This is Wally McLean's dad. On table 2, we have Wally McLean's brother, Cornell McLean Jr. Looking for a big break on table 1. Smashy. He'll make one. Tough odds on the table, though. Difficult spread. The good news, though, is that you get to start shooting. The bad news is that you have to start shooting. It's a bit of a tough table. It's not impossible, though. There's a lot of work ahead, but the work is possible to get accomplished. I think like he's going to be stuck taking, it looks to me like he's going to be stuck taking solids no matter what. And that's not really what you want, but if you have to do what you got to do, then you do what you got to do. That's what he's going to do. Tough spot to be in now. All you can really do is hit the 5 ball. We're talking about table 1, by the way, right now. Faraj Singh, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Marty Bray, man, how you doing? How come you didn't play in this tournament, Marty Bray? You seem to play all these tournaments. Surprised you didn't play in this one. Stephen Roberts says, I seen him put too much left on that cue. That's why he scratched, you mean? Kelly Hill says, not bad. Enjoying watching your stream after watching the Jets win. Was the final score 5-2? Because that's what I seen the last time I looked up. And then Simon came around. He's like, you know what? The Jets already won, so I'm going to put on some music. And then that's when I looked at the score, and it was 5-2. Is that what the final score was? They had a bit of a rough start with Arizona, man, but they ended up finding a way to win. I haven't watched any games of the Winnipeg Jets here, but I hear they're very competitive so far. I wouldn't put them as Stanley Cup champions in any way, but from what I understand, they're competing decent anyway. Top right, okay. 5-2, says Kelly. Okay, that was a good win. Does Arizona even have a good team this year? Like I heard they were in a bit of a rebuild and they were actually going to sell their arena. I think they were going to sell the team or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, a little sloppy, but it goes into the corner on table one. Jessica Archer still has a shot at the table. I was pretty impressed with her playing yesterday. For somebody that's supposed to be a newer level player, she plays very impressive. And well, she's dating Rafael Nieto, and Rafael's been teaching her a little bit, so I can see like his style of play come through when she's playing, and it suits her. It suits her style. I mean, at least she left an impression yesterday with the way she was playing. Every night she got a chance to be able to do the same. Good shot, nice pace, great shape. And now this is one of the things that I think I admire the most about the way that she plays is that, you know, you're a cash one level player, so considered a novice. Most novice players don't do what she's doing. You see what she's doing? She's walking around, looking at every angle. She wants to know where the white ball goes. This is a great example of what the great fundamentals are supposed to look like. And I think that's what helps her play with so much confidence at the table is that she's playing the right way mentally and physically, and that's allowing her to see the shots properly as well, giving her better results at the table. A little bump into the 9 ball. It's going to leave her tight on the 9, but it's actually going to be okay. If she can make the shot to the corner, she'll come over perfectly for the 8 ball. And that's if the 8 ball goes, which I don't think it goes past that 6. She did show a little bit of signs of being a bit of a banker yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised if she sets up for a bank. I got to go watch the shot. I'll be back. All right, so that was a foul. I ended up going over there to watch the shot. Turns the table over to Chief Cornell McLean, a senior, and he's going to get going on this table. He's one of the fast players, man, that I've known from the beginning of time since I started playing pool. Always had this style, and he's very good with the style, very comfortable. Two reels and back to the middle here. Stop shot on the 1 for a little bit of angle. You don't really want to draw too much. I think a stop shot will do, but you might want to draw. The only thing is if you draw, you might draw too far and then have a steeper cut. Oh, that will work. Perfect shot. Gets the cue ball down for the 8 ball. Gets the win. 7-5. A 2-game lead for Team Anybody. All right, so the score is correct. It is 7-5. I just had to confirm. I wasn't sure. It's, you know, I went to go watch a shot and I didn't see what happened on table number 2, but Michael is at the table right now and looks like he's shooting the 8 ball. He's gonna hit the 7 ball first. That's gonna be a ball in hand for Cornell McLean Jr. A bit of a puzzle in front of him, but it's not that bad. I mean, you got to basically take the 1 and the 3 out of the picture, and then after that, everything's kind of opened up. The 6 ball might be a good option too. Maybe take the 6, then the 1. That kind of opens up the table altogether. The 5 ball, you know, then the 4, then the 1. That will work also, or the 6, and then the 1. I don't know if you want to leave the 6 ball where it is. It might be better just to move it out of the way. He's going to play through and set up for the 1 ball. And the 1 and the 3 really was the biggest part of the puzzle. But I think the way he was looking at it was just trying to make a shot that will complement the shape for this shot so that way he can just keep working from there. Got good angle options here for the 1, the 2, and the 7. The 8 ball sitting just below the 6 ball on the middle of the table. Dave Strachan breaking on rack number or table number 1, rack number 14 of a possible 25. Dry break for him is going to bring Gary McKenzie to the table from Team Anybody. Draw angle here off the 6 ball to get set up for the 7. He could even move into the 8 ball and just follow it up a little bit if he wanted to. He'll just stun around it though. And he's usually like that, usually staying away from trouble and trying not to move too much at the table. Big draw shot for the 8 ball. Makes the 8. It is 8-5. 5 games away from winning the match. Sorry, I had to mute the mic there for a second. Once again, the numbers went up. Hey, what's up with this, man? You guys don't like me talking? I can just stream them quiet all day if you guys want. I'm good with that, man. Take a little nap, have somebody run the numbers for me. Life would be great that way. I mean, technically, when you work for yourself, you're supposed to make the work easier. I never do. Kelly Hole says the Jets are cup contenders, Rod. Are they really? And that's what I keep hearing, but I haven't been watching them. So I'm thinking maybe, like maybe I'm the jinx. So that's why I don't watch them. Dave Strachan will make the 8-ball for team shots fired. They get within one. The battle is on. It looked like a battle at the beginning. Then it looked like it was going to be like a one-sided thing. And now it looks like a battle again. The battle is on. Time to heat things up in this match. Let's go. A-side semifinal. Rack number 16 and number 17 to go right now. There in the Mirko, shots fired, breaking on table number 2. Michael Wong from shots fired, breaking on table number 1. Darren's going to come up dry. That's going to bring his opponent in. Wally Mclean Jr. from Team Anybody. He's playing really good so far. No sweat, no pressure. Dangerous player when he's playing like that, but I think he usually plays like that. I mean, he's just really good player, so pressure and good players just don't go together. They see pressure and they eat it, and they turn it into a win. That's the secret to success. Tim Helton, Howard Nelson, welcome. Steven Giesbrick, how you doing? Looks like Junior's taking low ball, and he showed the table's laid out pretty good for low ball. You got to do the work right now. Daryl Sinclair, how you doing? Harris Slater, welcome to the stream. Smash and break on table 1. I don't think he made a ball. Oh, he scratched the cue ball. So Chief Cornell McLean Sr. is going to come to the table on table 1. He'll get going. Both brother and father are at the table right now. Well, I guess father and son, but brother and father of Wally Mclean. That's what I meant. Doing their best to win this memorial tournament. Chief Cornell working the table on table 1. Something's going on in the backside of SONIX. Kind of sounded like a dispute, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Almost got the finish here. It's the 8-ball that he's got to figure out, and he's working that out right now. Uh-oh, cue ball scratching on table 1. Michael Wong with a chance on that table. April must go to the side past the 9-ball. Easy shot, he says. Quick run-out from Cornell McLean Jr. Puts Team Anybody up by 2 again. 9-7. Michael Wong on table number 1. Trying to work that table out. Let's take a little peek at YouTube because I've been neglecting you guys there, and I'm sorry. Like here we are, a bunch of chat. I'm sorry, guys. Just neglecting everyone. I get into the game sometimes, man. And I don't know. My mindset is just gets sucked into the game. You're a pooler, says Kyle Jackson. Oh, that was from earlier. Like a darter? I'm a pooler, yeah. Yo, what up, Brev? Says CMP. Who's the guy in the FXR shirt? That's Darren the Mirko. That's right, it is Darren. That's right. Brevi says LMAO. Then Brevi says you can't be scratching on the 8-ball. And it was like I think it was just you didn't see it coming, man. That was all. The Turco scratch, says CMP. Let's go, Turco. All right, I gotta bring this over now. All right, so the battle continues in this matchup. Team Anybody 4 wins away from winning the match. Shots fired, looking for 6 wins to win the match. One of each team at the tables right now. Michael Wong from Shots Fired at the table on table 1. Nick Anderson from Team Anybody on table 2. Still a bit of a challenge here on the finish for Michael on table 1. It's all about this shot here. Just needs the shot to the corner on the 15. It looks like he can play the shape for the side pocket on that 14. I don't think he has to break it out, but if he had to break it out, he has the perfect angle to do so. And if he has to just play shape, he's got the perfect angle for that also. Just has to play the shot. The only thing that you got to watch out for is to not get locked up behind the 3 if you're playing position for that 10 ball to the side pocket. Trying to hold position, and he would have ran into the 3 ball and he would have been in trouble. Turns the table over to Chief Cornell McLean Sr. on table 1. He's going to get a chance to get going there. Jessica Archer from Shots Fired on table 2 right now, playing against Nick Anderson. Was able to make the shot to the corner on the 1. Looks like the 7 ball is going to have to be the finish ball for him. Good pace, close enough to the shot. Makes the shot, but he loses the cue ball. Scratch to the side pocket is going to give Michael Wong a chance to be able to win this game. Just like that, they could be within 1 of catching up. Now, the little problem here is that you kind of look at this 10 ball like it's your finish ball. That's what he's doing here, too. He's kind of committed to the finish here, and he's going to try to play the shape for the side pocket. And he's going to have a shot for the corner, which is going to be better than the side. But he was committed to having that finish that way. Could have been a troublesome situation but he found the shot to the 8. And you'll win that game. 9-8. They're down by 1. One-point difference in this matchup right now. It's a race to 13. Team Anybody looking for 4 wins. They were that close to being within the 3-win range. And instead, Shots Fired won that game. They're now down by 1 and 5 away from winning. Good shot on table number 2 from Jessica. Still needs to find a finish, though. A lot of work left at the table also. All right, moving on to rack number 19. Table 1, Sean Monkman to break against Dave Strachan from Shots Fired. Big matchup on table number 1 right now. This rack could be the difference in this matchup. Sean's going to make a ball, and the cue ball's not going to scratch this time. And it looks like he's got no choice but to go for low ball anyway on that table. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. I mean, with the layout that's available right now, I think if you were in the middle of the table, you'd probably still take solids. Playing some AC/DC in the background is making me want to start rocking out. Perfect pool music in my mind. Great shot from Jessica on table 2. No shape though, but a really nice shot. Sean will start off with the stripes on table number 1. Or I mean the solids, my bad. And this is the work for him now. He's got to open things up. 3 and 6 are good to go. The 4 is the one that he needs to open up. And then he needs to find a shot on this 2 ball after that. The combination, if he plays the 3 into the 6, is going to push the 3 towards that 9 ball. And you don't really want to do that. It's not going to help you out for the finish. So it may not be the right time to take that shot on. Unless you can open things up somehow from there. Bring up the YouTube chat. Ryan Martin says, let's go. Shots fired. Puck Senwa, Pennsylvania says, she's not a bad shot. Yeah, no, honestly, man. I mean, you got to think about it this way. She's a Cash 1 or a Fun League or a novice level player. So she's not supposed to be shooting this good. And she's just getting some good lessons, man. So she's shooting very accurate at the table. Just needs to work on a couple of things, you know, pattern play. I think like her walking around, decision making is pretty good. I think it's more about just trying to learn more about patterns and maybe a little bit more about spins and angles, just so she starts trusting the cue ball a little bit more. And yeah, I'm very impressed with her game so far. So Nick Anderson gets to work on table 2 now against Jessica. John Monkman still trying to work out the table here for low ball. This is the shot he was looking for, though. This is a combination that pushes the 3 towards the right corner, and it also breaks a 4 ball open, and it could also maybe give him the shot on the 2 ball. So it's multiple variables on this shot. I think if you want to break out the 4 and you want to get a shot on the 2, then you have to put a full left-hand spin shot on this. And I would put like I don't know, 9 o'clock spin. I wouldn't go top left in any way. I think just straight center, left-hand spin. That would curve the cue ball off this combo into that 9 and then push out the 4, which should give him the shot on the 2. We'll see what he does. We're going to be able to see some of his cue ball here. Yeah, there it is. Left-hand spin. Gonna push everything in there. Pucks and Wa says that all comes with experience, though. Yeah, and you're right. The more you play, the more you start learning about those things. And I think she's got a great start. I mean, for somebody that just started, you can predict that, 5 years from now she'll be a deadly, deadly threat at the table. 10 years from now, she should be amazing at the table, beating all sorts of players. I mean, that's given that if she puts the time on the table, keeps working her in game, keeps learning, she's on that path anyway. She's on the path to the promised land, the land of titles and championships. It's hard to find your way there, but when you find your way there, it's just a good time every time. So that combo was supposed to make the world a lot better for Sean Monkman. Instead, it's made it a more difficult situation for him. He's a pretty advanced player, though. He's a master level player, so he'll figure out what to do. Safety is likely what he's going to try. A great shot. Great shot. We didn't get to see the finish because he popped up on it, but a great shot. Time is almost 10 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock match is coming up in an hour. It should all be B-side after that. And I'm thinking that the next match that we're going to have is probably going to end up being the B-side semifinal. Likely. And then tomorrow we come back with all the action for you. A-side final, B-side final, championship match. I don't know if I got to look at the schedule. I don't know if they got them separated or if they're going to run 2 at the same time or what they're going to do. But I'll take a look right now. I'll let you guys know what the schedule looks like for tomorrow. Love to me. I'm just too blind to see. I can't find the bracket. Beast. All right, there's the bracket. Let's see. All right, so they have the A-side final at 1 p.m. tomorrow. The semifinals are running at 11 o'clock on the B side. And then they'll have... Oh, wow. All right, so the last, not the B-side final, but the one before the B-side final will be played at the same time as the A-side final tomorrow. Then when the A-side final finishes and that match finishes, we'll go straight to the B-side final. And that should be scheduled for 3 o'clock. So 1, 3, and then at 5 o'clock, we'll have the championship match. How long that goes depends on whether or not it's a double dip format, which I'm thinking usually traditionally it isn't. but it might be because it's double dip on the tournament. It's double elimination. But normally, like in a team event, once you win the A side and then you win the next match. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I guess it would be a double dip. Or wait, I guess I could just look at the bracket. Oh yeah, so they do have it as a double dip setup. So possibly, the tournament running from the championship match from 5 o'clock up until 2 hours per match. So we're looking at like 9 o'clock. It could be done tomorrow. But if the A side team plays a really good, strong game in the championship match and they win the first set, it could be over by 7. And I believe tomorrow is Grey Cup Sunday, somebody said. So it's going to be like lots of football, lots of crazy fans all over the place, and going to be chaotic all night, especially if the Bombers end up doing well. I got to make sure that I find a way home through all the traffic. Oh, no. Didn't mean to make that 8 ball. It's supposed to be a safety shot. Nick Anderson with a win on that one. Anybody is up 10-8. They're up 2 games right now. 3 games away from winning the match. Just 3 games away. Your beast of burden. Huckins Wah says, I really enjoy your stream, Rod. Thank you. You're very welcome, man. I'm glad you do. I don't know. Sometimes I get lost in context, like I start talking about different things, and I'm about to do it right now. I don't know. I just get carried away sometimes, but I try to be consistent with my work, and I try to, help everyone that watches the stream to become better somehow, whether it's through mental advice or technique advice, and I've gone above and beyond. Sometimes I'll even get wired up, and then I'll get to the table and I'll even show you guys some of the stuff that I see throughout the day, how it could have been corrected. I do my best, like I said, to make sure that everybody's getting some good value out of the stream that I put out. And on that note, thank you everyone that's taking the time to like the streams and share the streams, and that's tuned in every time that I stream. I really appreciate you guys' support, man. It's part of the reason why, I wake up inspired every day to do more and more and more, man, because I know that there's people out there that truly appreciate it, and I do the work for you guys. I mean, I do the work for pool because that's number one, but I always take into account everybody else. Yeah, I thought I missed it. 10-9 for the other team. I thought you guys are up 10-9. Oops. Thank you. So I'll eat that right away. I gotta wait till the match is over now. All right, so I made a mistake on the scoreboard, by the way, guys. The score was 10-9 the other way, so I had it wrong, and I was just informed that I was wrong. So apologies to Shots Fired for having the wrong score on there. Apologies to anybody for making them look like they were about to win, and apologies to Wally Mclean Jr. for screwing up this stream slightly with the scoreboard. But it's not my first time. I did the same thing yesterday too when I was streaming with Jason McNish. I was all over the place and I couldn't figure out what the scores were. And I think I lost the score like 5 times. This time I lost it twice in this match. Now it's okay. It's 10-9, accurate score. And shots fired are 3 games away from winning the match. Not anybody. Anybody is still looking for one more win just to tie up the match. And, well, Dave Strachan's at the table right now on table number 1. So he has a chance to be able to get shots fired up ahead. One more game, makes a beautiful cross bank side shot, has a positional shot on the 9 ball because of it. Wally Mclean Jr. on table 2 from Team Anybody is working his magic on that table. 2 balls away from finishing this rack. Well, 3 balls if you include the 8 ball, but the way I'm looking at this is the 8 ball's already in the pocket. It's so close to the pocket that as long as he gets a shot on it, is in. Okay, striking makes the 9 ball on table 1. Gets set up for the next stripe, makes that one. Now he's got a shot on the 12. Looks like the 13 ball might be the finish ball. How do you finish though? I guess you just set up for the just straightforward shot. 13 to the top right corner. I guess you could play all the way through for a side pocket or draw back for a side pocket, which is what he did. And the only reason I like this shot is because now he's guaranteed to have a shot on the 8 ball. So very, very smart shot. Good positional play. And Junior's going to finish that table, tying up the match at 10. Legitimately, we're at 10-10. Race to 3 now. I turned on the fire, man. So, you know, things are going to get a little crazy on this table. 11-10. Shots fired in the lead. They need 2 more to win. Oh, man. Do we go all out? Oh, yeah. Let's go all out. Let's bring it. Let's bring the flame in full force, man. We want to see a hill-hill matchup. Let's go. Wally Mclean Sr. or Chief Wally Mclean Sr. is going to be breaking on table number 2. I believe this is the alternate break round, so it should be shots fired breaking on table number 1. I'm not sure who's breaking though. Oh no, it looks like anybody's breaking on table number 1 also, so they're breaking on both tables. Good opportunity for them to be able to not just catch up, but maybe get on the hill first. It is on like King Kong, I said. This matchup is going to be nuts. The scorekeeping has been nuts so far. Oh man, I gotta laugh at myself when things go like that. It's the only thing I can do. I mean, I'm ashamed, but I have no shame. I'm kidding. Hawkins Wallace says, I'm down around Dayton, Ohio. I'm a 7-year-old ex-hustler. Nice, good for you, man. So you lived in the glory days then. You know, that's when all the action was around. That was before like all these VLTs or lotto machines took over gambling. Prior to that, it was like gambling on everything. Smash and break on table number 2 from Chief Wally Mclean Sr. He's going to get a chance to get going on this table. Looking to tie up the match for his team. Nick Anderson on table 1 is going to come up dry on the break. That's going to turn the table over to Michael Wong. And he's going to have a chance to get shots fired on the hill first. Anybody's match, though. It's starting to look like it's going to get down to the last rack, but I don't know, man. I haven't had one of those yet. Could this be the first one? Stephen Roberts asked the same question. Are we going hill-hill? I don't know, man. But I like the way you put it. I hope so. Timothy Bone, how you doing? Luis Fazekas, Jackie Omioso, Tyler Cardinal. Are you related to Kevin Cardinal? Welcome to the stream. Perry Van Dam, Lisa Van Dam, Jason Savari. Welcome, guys. -2 degrees Celsius in Winnipeg, so it's starting to get a little chilly out. I guess it ain't that bad. I mean, we've had worse. Barely any snow out there, but it's cold. And I don't think we want any snow, man. If it's this cold without the snow, it's going to get much colder with the snow. Good shot. He's going to get set up here for the corner pocket. Needs to find a finish, though. It's not quite there yet. I'm talking about table 2, by the way. John McCauley, welcome back. You know, I started playing pool. Oh, man. I can't even remember how long, but it's been quite some time. And, you know, when I think about, like, every time when I think about how much time I've spent on playing pool, the one thing that comes to mind every single time is I wish I would have started younger. You know, it was, I don't know, it's such a beautiful game. And you miss opportunities in the game when you're not playing at a young age, because then like everybody usually becomes, and it's a true fact actually, it's a stat almost, that most players that win, oh great shot on the bank, oh he doesn't get the shape, he's gonna have to go for a kick shot. I gotta go back to that after. I'll come back to that if I remember. This shot is gonna be an important one here, and even if he makes it, he doesn't really have much for that 8-ball, so he needs a little bit of luck for the finish. Trying to work out the situation. This was a nice little bank though, man. Got a little breakout, went for the shot, made it. Just a little bit too fast. And he made the shot on the kick shot too. Wow, what a shot. Didn't get to save that one though. And the 8-ball is available here. They're gonna have to maybe call a ref for this one. We're now saying it's good. Darren went all around to take a look at the 8-ball. Oh, and he said he was gonna make it off the 3, so that's why Darren said it was good. All right, so a turntable here on table number 2. It's gonna have Darren with an opportunity to bring his team to the hill. Michael Wong on table number 1 trying to do the same thing. If they can both finish these tables, that will be the match. But I turned on the fire, man. So there's got to be more play. I don't waste heat for no reason. I'm from Canada, man. We use the heat when we're supposed to. But I don't know, man. This table's starting to look like it might be over. Oh, and then the cue ball scratches to the side pocket. And there it is. TSN turning point. Nick Anderson on table 1, ball in hand, opportunity to be able to tie up the match. Darren DeMerco on table number 2. 2 balls in the 8-ball away from getting on the hill for his team. Looking for the upward angle on the 7-ball. Wants to keep it simple. You just want to follow the 7-ball up. You don't really want to go off the rail or anything like that. He's going to pull forward, and it looks like he's going to have the perfect line to get set up for the 8-ball. It's all about the pace now. The pace is going to be good. He's going to get a great shot on the 8-ball. 8-ball in the corner to get on the hill. They're on the hill. Shots fired on the hill, looking for the finish now. 1 win away from winning the A-side semifinal. Nick Anderson, no pressure yet because he's not aware of what's going on, but this rack that he's playing, so important. Gary McKenzie breaking on table 2 from Team Anybody, looking for a way to tie things up. Nick Anderson with a possibility to get within 1. A little bit of pressure now, though, because he can't turn the table over anymore. Now, if this ball goes past the 6-ball, that's the shot you want to take. You're going to have to cheat it to get in there, but I think that's the shot that you should take, and that's the shot that he's lining up. He didn't even have to cheat the pocket. He's got the shot on the 6-ball, too, if he wants to take the 6-ball or the 7-ball. A little bit of use of side spin there. Finds the perfect window for the 7-ball. And he's got a good line here for the drawback to get set up for the 8-ball. Just needs to check it off the rail gently. But if you don't want to check the rail, then you can just draw it right back. Chances are the cue ball is going to go towards the horn of the side pocket and leave you good for the 8 anyway. He's going to check off the rail. Smart shot. Gives him a pretty standard 8-ball here for the finish on this rack. Eight ball is good. They're down by 1, 11-12. This might come down to the last rack. It's up to Gary McKenzie to do his best to win this rack so they can force it to the final rack. Dave Strachan getting to the table real quick here on table number 1. He doesn't want to wait to see. He wants to try to finish his rack before that other table gets done, just so he can get the work done himself. Gary McKenzie's a good player. He knows how to get the work done when he has to. Right now, he's got a nice little setup here and great possibility to get the finish. A shake of hands on table number 1 is going to make it official. Rack number 25 on table number 1. Will it be the deciding rack? Or will it be the one that gets the win for shots fired before we get to that last rack? Which technically would be rack number 24 on table 2. Gonna cheat the pocket or cheat the shot a little bit. It's gonna get position on the 7 ball. Almost there. Just needs to figure out the finish now. Getting shape for the 4 should be okay. It's getting back up for the finish where the challenge is. Playing through on the shot to make sure he's got a forward angle here. And now he's got the option to just then draw over to the right, which I don't think he can because it's against the rail somewhat. Or he can just play this through, which that will give him a scratch shot. But I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He's just going to settle for a shot to the corner. Very smart. Kept it cool, kept it simple. Gave himself an opportunity. That's all he can do. Shot to the corner is good. Gotta keep his calm here on this one. Looks a little tense right now, but he's getting down to business. Yeah, he was a little tense. You can see it, like his body language was saying he was a little tense. So unfortunately for him, he's gonna miss that shot to the corner. That's gonna turn the table over here to Jessica Archer, who's gonna have a chance to be able to close out the match for her team. Wally Mclean Jr. on table number 1. He got an opportunity at the table, wasn't expecting one, and now he's going to do his best to beat Dave Strachan from shots fired to be able to take this game to the last rack, which the last rack's already in play. And it's one of these 2 tables. Good shot on the combo on table 1 from Junior. He's almost got the finish here. It's not bad. It's not what he wanted, but it's not bad. Just slightly different than what he was trying to do. He's going to have to do a quick poke draw shot here to get set up for the 9 ball in the side pocket. Just like that. Going to be shooting over the ball a little bit on the 9 ball, but it's not that bad. The 8 ball goes to the corner. Just needs a little bit of angle anyway, so it's not too bad. Pocket weight will do it, but he's going to put a little bit of extra just in case. Yeah, just a little bit extra, you know. You just want to make sure that you get the ball to the pocket. You want to make sure that the cue ball gets in a comfortable spot where you can make the 8 ball. And he's done so. Jessica Archer on table 2 with a chance to be able to close out the match now. Taking the stripe to the corner. It's going to come over to the right side. And she's looking good for the finish, man, if she can control the nerves. A lot of expectations here when you're one of the last players in the lineup. But they trusted her with the job. Can she get the job done? Speaking of getting the job done, Junior finishes that table on table number 1. And we're going down to the last rack, or I have 12-12, but maybe it's not the same score. Oh, so these guys had it marked wrong? I was thinking, like, how are they shaking hands? Game 25 is right there. All right, so the game is over. Anybody won. They had the wrong score on this side, too. So it wasn't just my fault this time. Anybody wins that match. Wally Mclean Jr. is going to be the one that wins the match for them. So the official score should have been 13-11 then. All right, I got to go confirm, see what happened. I'll be right back. We're going to have the B-side semifinals next. All right, so there was a score issue, and it was the right score at the end. Team Anybody wins 13-11. Apologies to Wally Mclean Jr. for having the wrong score once again. I did my best, and I'm sorry, man. All right, so let's go to comments. Comments are good on Facebook. Comments on YouTube. I started at 10 at the YMCA playing bumper pool in 1963, says Pakinswa. Ryan Martin says, was the score messed up? I cannot believe that. Great shooting by both teams. It was such a great match, honestly. Like, the score was built up, everything was built up, and then it was the wrong score. Oh, man. I burnt the fire for no reason. What a great matchup, though. Very well worthy of the fire. One of the most exciting matches that I had the chance to watch so far. True pleasure to watch it, man. True pleasure. All right. So on that note, let's do things properly now. Shout out to our sponsors. One of our sponsors here is Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, located at 995 Mill Seagull Drive, Unit 101 here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Give them a call at 204-775-9631 if you're looking for something specific. They might be able to help you out. They got a lot of great collectibles there, a lot of them. And it doesn't matter which sport you're into, but if you love hockey, you're going to find some good stuff there for hockey, man. Promise you that. Active Pool League, also a part sponsor to the event. They also set up these beautiful tables for us for the TV table. Thank you for that. You can find them on Facebook under Active Pool League. You can also go on their website, activecoins.com. They have a pool league and a dart league. SONIX Bar and Grill, Simon, thank you for the great food. Sam, thank you for the great service. They're located here at 423 McMillan Avenue, right at the corner of Confusion Corner. Great place. Come check them out. Great food, man. The pork chop and fries and pork chop and fried rice. Everybody's eating it, man. It's good. All right, so that's going to be it for now. For the sponsors, we're going to do a recap of the teams real quick. So here are all the teams that played in the event for this year. House of Pain, The Show, Anybody, Dirty Rice, Weekend Clearance, FAQs, Not That Good, Storm, 100% Matrix, Half Balls, King of the Felt. Oops. And Chalk's Cheap, Team Fab 5, Northside, Pocket Pounders, Eben Lake, It's Gonna Be All Right, Shots Fired, Band of Saggers, Winner, Winner, Chicken Dinner, Sonic Hustlers, and The Flow. Flow, low, 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 low. All right. I don't know what I did, man. I got to undo a couple of things on my screen. Okay, there we go. It's all good to go. All right, so that's going to take us to a couple more pictures. I'm going to load up some more pictures for tomorrow. I've been using some of the pictures from yesterday. I'm using them still today, like this one here. Or not this one here, sorry. This one here. And then some of them are new pictures. This is Wally Mclean with his dad, Chief Cornell Mclean Sr., and Cornell Mclean Jr., his brother. Picture of Wally having a good time. Picture of Wally and his mom. Family going out for Halloween. Chilling out at a Jets game. Or maybe a concert. It might have been a concert, man. Why is that guy on his phone at a concert? Just kidding. Oh, man. And another picture here of Pops and Wally. Looks like they had a great relationship, man. All right. We're going to be back with the B-side, I believe, semifinal. I believe. We'll be back, guys. Don't go too far away, but, you know, you have a few minutes, you know, like half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. Something. If you're looking for an event to go participate in, you can check out Vancouver Island Championships. It's a CCS event, so you have to have a CCS sanction to play in the team or the Scotch doubles. You don't need a CCS sanction to play in the, or sorry, you don't need CCS weeks to play in the singles. You just have to pay your sanction. It's going to be held in Victoria, BC. It's 11th annual event for the Vancouver Island Championships, running from January 3rd to the 7th, and it's going to be held at Victoria Conference Center, Fairmont Hotel in Victoria, BC. It's going to be a great event. If you guys want to find out more information about it, you can check them out at www.cdnqsport.com. Find me on YouTube if you like the commentary style that I have. Arriagada /CSLMANITOBA is where you find me. And if you go there, subscribe to my channel, man. I need some support. I mean, I have a lot of support, but I need a little bit more to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I can't do it without you. Yeah, you, the guy that hasn't subscribed yet. I need your help, man. Checks in the mail. Oh, man. I'm tired, man, but I'm having a good time. You want to message me to come out and cover your event? CSLMANITOBA@gmail.com. And it's not just pool that I do everything. Message me. Let me know if I can help you out somehow. I'll tell you whether or not I'm capable of doing it. I'm usually capable of doing it, but if I'm not, I'll be honest with you. All right, last highlight. Right? We always do the last highlight. A beautiful bank. Just didn't get the finish that he was looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream so far. We're going to get down to business. One last match remaining tonight. It's coming up in about 35 minutes from now. It's going to be an exciting matchup. I know you guys are going to look forward to it because we've had some great pool all day long today. And the next match is the last one. We usually save the best for last. I don't know what the last matchup is going to be, but I brought the fire, baby. So it's going to be a great matchup. I just know it. Man. Add me or follow me on Facebook if you want to. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook if this is your first time checking out Q Sports Live on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel, of course. You can also find the Q Sports Live Facebook channel, and you can subscribe to their channel also. That's gonna be it, man. I want to say more, but I got my food has been sitting here for like an hour. It's probably really cold, so I'm gonna try to bust a munch real quick before we get going with the next matchups. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for liking and sharing the stream. I appreciate you guys' support. We're gonna see you soon in about half hour with the last match of the night, and then tomorrow we resume the action starting on 1 o'clock for day 3. It's championship day. A-side final, B-side final, championship match, all coming to you tomorrow. It's going to be a really fun day, at least for me, because I'm going to be front row center for every one of those matches, man. I'm looking forward to it already. All right, I'll be back soon. Go have a coffee, have a drink. You know, I was going to say a beer, but not everybody drinks beer. Go have a drink, you know, have a cigarette break, maybe bust a munch real quick like I'm going to. I'll see you guys in about half hour. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers.